Hey guys, happy Monday. It is April 6th and today is our first class for April of beginner foxtrot. So a couple things we want to get out of the way. First of all, the man in foxtrot always starts with, or the man in all the dances starts with his left foot, begins the dance with his left foot. The lady begins all of the dances with her right foot. That's universal forever, all the dances, all the steps, all the moves that you do. Second thing, I'm going to bring now out here in just a second. We're going to get in dance position. I'm going to explain that to you so we can get that out of the way, right? So once I get the mask on, we're going to bring Na out. We're going to get in dance position and we're going to point out a couple of things for you to know. First thing about dance position, you want to notice where the man's right hand is. It's on the lady's shoulder blade. Then as we rotate around here, what you're going to notice is that the man's elbow is higher than his hand and lower than his shoulder. So the shoulder is the highest, the elbow is next, and the hand's down. It's bad if the elbow droops, because then the lady doesn't have any connection to follow, because what she's actually following is the entire arm as a beginner, right? Now what you also want to notice is when Na put her arm there, she's holding her own arm up. She's not hanging on to me in any way. There's no weight there, okay? Next thing you want to notice is that the the elbows are at the same height. They are level, so there's not one shoulder or one elbow that's drooping down. They're at the same level, and that's important, right? So that we're not crooked when we're dancing, right? Now that does mean, because the shoulders are level, that this hand is going to be relatively high. And if you'll notice that this hand is actually just slightly above or right about my eye or ear level, right? That's an approximation, but if it's in there, you're probably in the right place, okay? Right? So that's our hold. Then our position, what I want you to notice is that we are offset. I'm over here, Na's over there. Now we have a common point over here, but what's most important is if you look at Na's right side, it's approximately where my buttons are, and vice versa. My right side is approximately where her middle is, right? That allows me to see, but more importantly, what that does, we're going to back up just a little bit here so that you can see it. When I walk forward into my partner in a smooth dance, I'm actually stepping outside of them because I'm offset. So I never have to worry about stepping on my partner because we're offset. If we were toe-to-toe, nose-to-nose, every step I took, my partner would be there right in front of me, okay? Thank you, Na. So that's some little helpful hints there about dance hold. I'm taking my mask off here because Na's far enough away from me, and I need to be able to be clear in my pronunciation that you can hear everything. So the man's part, or let me back up, sorry. Everyone's part as a beginner in foxtrot is slow, slow, quick, quick. Now what that means is that when we say the word slow, we have 2 counts in the music. When we say the word quick, we have 1. So if I were doing a foxtrot move and I counted slow, slow, quick, quick, what I'm really saying is that I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 2 counts, 2 counts, a single count, a single count. That's our rhythm, or our timing for foxtrot is slow, slow, quick, quick, okay? So, man's part to a foxtrot basic is 2 walks forward and a side together. So the man is doing walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together. You'll notice my steps are straight forward. I'm not worried about avoiding my partner. So I am doing walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together. So that's the foxtrot basic for the man. For the lady, it is the natural opposite. She's going to take 2 steps going backward, slow, slow, do a side together on the quick, quick. So she's going to dance slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. So that's her part for the foxtrot basic. All right? Now, I'm going along at a fairly fast clip because you're going to be able to watch this video over and over again. So we don't have to break down the demonstrations for so long because you can see those each time you go back and look. We're now going to move to our second step, which is called promenade. Now, whenever we do promenade, or you hear that word in ballroom dancing, what that tells us is that we are moving to the man's left in a sideways fashion. Not forward, but sideways with the body, right? So doing our foxtrot promenade, where everything in foxtrot as a beginner has 2 walks and a side together. So I'm now going to dance that foxtrot promenade by going walk, walk, side together. So you'll notice I'm trying to keep my shoulders toward my partner as much as possible with that action, right? If I were walking toward the camera in promenade, you'd see that my elbows and shoulders and hips are all trying to stay there. So this would be bad and wrong. We want to avoid that if we can, because now our framework is broken, which means we can't communicate with our partner very well. They've just got hands glued to them. There's nothing connected. So I'm going to do my best to keep that as flat to my partner as I can. Now, I also want you to notice as I do that, and ladies, by the way, while you're watching this, all of these apply to you. So I won't need to demonstrate them for both sides, just one of them. But here in this instance here, as I do this promenade walk, you'll see my feet are pointed generally in the direction where I'm going. And when I do the side together, I want to square back up to my partner. So I'll do the ladies part, walk, walk, and square up to the partner. And then the very last thing about the promenade that you want to know is about your head movements. Dancing is just like driving your car. Look where you're going, right? So if I'm the lady dancing a promenade and we start to move in this direction, now normally I'm looking over the man's shoulder as we're dancing. But since we start to move to my right, I should then turn my head, and then as I close back up to the man or to my partner with my feet, right, I'm going to close my head back up or turn it back to where it was. So that was a foxtrot promenade. Now, our third step is a foxtrot promenade with an underarm turn. So right away when we hear that, what we know is the man, we're doing 2 promenades non-stop. So we're going to do walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together, and all of that is the pattern. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate the man's feet, right? So he is doing walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, side together. Now what happened during that time was this. I'm doing my promenade, and right about the time I'm going to do the underarm turn, right? My side together, the lady's going to do the underarm turn. So I'm picking that hand up just enough so it doesn't hit her on the top of the head. Picking it up extra high actually is bad rather than helpful. So I just don't want to clip the top of the lady's head, and that's all the further I'm going to pick up that hand. She goes under the arm on the side together. Then we continue on through and finish the pattern. Now the ladies part, the lady's doing her walk, walk, but instead of that first side together, she's still doing a quick, quick, but she's going to be doing a pivot. So she's going to do walk, walk, turn, turn, walk, walk, side together. That's the ladies part. I'm going to demonstrate that again. I'll go back the other way. And walk, walk, turn, turn, walk, walk, side together. Now a couple quick notes about this. Number one, if you watch my feet, ladies, you're going to see that on those 2 counts, I'm going to step out after my 2 walks. As I step into that first step of the underarm, this foot is going to pivot a half of a turn, 180 degrees on the floor. And that's all on that one change of weight. So that was it, just one step. And then on the second step of the turn, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm stepping backward with that half of a turn on that foot. So now you'll see it as we go through it. It's walk, walk, turn, turn, walk, walk, side together. All right, now I'm going to put my mask back on. After I get it back on, I'm going to bring Na out, and we're going to demonstrate that pattern for you. Right? The promenade with underarm turn. We'll give it to you from a couple different angles. So we have walk, walk. Now, what you want to notice, gentlemen, is I'm not swinging this arm around. I simply pick it up. The lady goes under the turn. We come back through and promenade and side together. So we're going to do that back the other way. And walk, walk, side together, walk, walk, close it up. Okay, one more time again. Now, one other little thing. I don't lead the turn or lead any turn with the hand that's up in the air, because turning this hand doesn't mean anything to the lady. I am going to, with this hand, just let her know when it's time to turn. Right? I'm giving her just a little indicator to turn. But what I want to be really clear about, gentlemen, is there's a sequence. And the sequence of the movement is this. The hand goes up, nothing happens for a second, and then I'll tell the lady to go through. The worst thing that you can do is to do them simultaneous, because that will actually lead a different move, and that's not the one we want the lady to do. So the hand is going to go up right toward the end of that second walk. So it goes walk, hand up, and then the turn. Walk, and finish the pattern. All right, guys, so that was our foxtrot beginner. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to bring Na back out in just a moment. But what I'm going to do is put just a little bit of music on. I'm going to dance these patterns one time each to the music so that you can see the rhythm. So bear with me for just a minute while we get us a little music going. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, this is our first class for April, the beginner foxtrot. Have a great evening.